everyone, I'm Elinor Frey, and I'm going to tell you about my instruments today. I'm here in my workplace, in my house, and all these instruments are ones that I use in my concerts and a lot actually, changing all the time. It's something I really love about being a musician in early music. And I've been interested in instruments for about 10 years, so this is a collection that's taken a long time to get. But the first one I'm going to tell you about is the one I've had for more than 10 years, and it's my modern cello. It was made in 1962 by Gadda in Mantova, Italy. It's a beautiful cello. I still have the end pin if I need it. Right now there's gut strings, and I'm going to play a little bit for you so you hear how it sounds. So I love to use this instrument for Boccherini concertos and classical chamber music. There's lots of music that I play on this. So on to the next. By the way, the bow is a classical bow made by Chris Dixon. And the next instrument I'm going to show you is this one that's so much different from the modern cello. It's called a Viola da arco. And it, of course, resembles the viola da gamba. And it's tuned like a tenor viol. So G, C, F, A, D, G. Oh, I'm glad I got that right. I felt like all of a sudden I was on a quiz. And it's made out, all the strings are made out of gut. And I think it has some relationship to the cello family. The back is carved. In fact, the back sides and neck are all one piece of wood. So let's hear how that sounds. Getting a little out of tune, so they've been sitting here for a bit. It's a really wonderful instrument, and I can't wait to play more. Bow is made by Randy Cook, and it's very light and also but very stiff. Super cool. And speaking of kind of viol family instruments, I have a viola da gamba, a bass viol that was made in Montreal by Francis Beaulieu. This bow is made by Peter Afertiet in Amsterdam. Francis made this instrument a long time ago. He's lent it to me right now because my viol is coming. It's been commissioned, and it's going to be the next instrument that I buy and use. And so this is Francis's viol. It's a 7-string, and you probably already are used to viol sounds, but I'll play a little for you. Yeah, so I've been performing on this season with things like Buxtehude, trio sonatas, and some cantatas. Enjoying that a lot. And speaking of instruments made by Francis Beaulieu, there's a second one in the room, and that's this one right here, which is a 5-string Baroque cello. It's the first instrument that I commissioned, so I'm kind of like its birth mommy, which I love, and it has some beautiful decorations. I hope you can see that. For a long time I was totally obsessed with this instrument, and I was playing like every concert on it. I just found it so versatile, and it could be used for really anything. Of course, I first wanted to play the 6th suite on it, but then I started commissioning new music, playing all sorts of other things on the instrument, chamber music, solos. So let's hear what it sounds like with a bit of the 6th suite. It's not a cello, it's something else. Has a magical color. And the lower strings are beautiful too. But that top I never get sick of it. So it's a beautiful 5-string cello. And then moving on to sort of exotic cellos, I have an American church bass. It's a very large cello that was made in Massachusetts by Abraham Prescott in 1820. So again, it's not a bass, it's not a cello, it's something in between, something else, and it has a unique tone. I love tone, I love the different tones of all the instruments, I find it inspiring. And so let's hear this one. The instrument has a super short neck, and it's so confusing to figure out where to put my fingers. It usually takes like 5 minutes just completely playing off before I can adjust. Hopefully you can see that there's mechanical pegs. These are the original pegs. They're machines. They turn, and it's really easy to tune actually. A very beautiful and strange cello with almost cartoon-like F-holes there. Big, big cello. And another pretty big cello is this 4-string Baroque cello, which is the instrument that I use the most right now. It's sort of my standard day in and day out instrument, but it's actually the one that is most recent. It's only 2 years old. I commissioned it from Karl who lives in Rhode Island, and he did a wonderful job. It's a copy of the Christiani Strad. Right now it's tuned with top string to G, so because I'm practicing the 5th sweep. So let's hear what it sounds like. When I got it, I was blown away by the low sound. The A string is beautiful too. So I'm really happy to play this almost every day. And then there's one more in the collection of instruments that I'm playing a lot. This one I've played less than the others, but I'm hoping that in the next few years I'll be doing more and more projects with this. It's a very small cello. So if I go from the church bass to this, it's kind of a shock. It's equivalent to the 3/4 size standard, but in the Baroque there was really no standard. There's all sorts of sizes and tunings, and everything was local. So this was made in Germany by Scheinlein, and in 1770. And right now I have it tuned G-D-A-E, which is an octave below a violin, and I like to just steal violin music and play that on this instrument. So let's hear a little violin piece. And the top is very bright, it's loud, and the bass is nice too. Everything is smaller and it's easier to stretch, so it's great for playing virtuosic violin music. The bow is also by Peter Afertit. It's a tiny bow, and that completes the collection. So thanks for listening, and I hope that you're all having a great summer of lots of music, and stay safe, and hope to see you at a concert before too long.